All the rivers run into the sea, but as they cut down into the earth, they voyage through time itself.
Sturgeon fishing on the Fraser River in British Columbia. They call this the mighty Fraser. It's one of the most powerful rivers in Canada. There's rips and rapids in here, whirlpools, floating logs, canyons on either side of us. It's really a treacherous river.
Today, Fred is fishing with outfitter Jeff Grimolfson and his crew from River Monster Adventures. And he's joined by the sturgeon whisperer and guru of the Fraser River, Nick McCabe.
Nick, he lives and breathes sturgeon fishing. I mean, he loves it. He's got this deep-seated passion for it.
I could fish sturgeon for the rest of my life. It is honestly in my blood.
And for Fred, this trip is for a fish of a lifetime. Literally a world away. Australian angler Al McGlashan is after his own personal best.
G'day, mate. You just keep relaxing. It's chill for a while. We're heading 600 miles from Sydney down to Lakes Entrance in Victoria. And then we're running 40 miles out to sea. Now we're racing against the clock because it's rugged and a wild place down there, so you don't get many windows of opportunity where it's calm. And at the moment, that window is a space of 2 days, and it might even shrink down to 1. So we're racing down to catch a big monster swordfish.
With such a small window, a good guide can make all the difference. Richard Abella, expert fisherman and captain of the Dreamcatcher 2.
As of now, we've got about 50 miles to go, Al. We've got a fair drive.
50 miles to a big swordfish. A monster swordie, that's what we want.
That's the plan.
The truth is that the voyage out always seems to take longer than the voyage back. Just as hope always seems to take longer than memory.
Jeff and Nick have really figured this fishery out and figured out the best way to key in on these sturgeon.
Yeah, Nick, this monster app stuff is really, genius. It makes it so easy to rig this bait.
With a 1-pound breaking strength, Monster Wrap holds a clump of worms on a hook just as long as you need. Kind of like a trussed roast for sturgeon.
So this is basically gonna sit on the bottom, wiggling around. Scent trail is hopefully gonna get these sturgeon to come upstream once they lock onto this scent. Nick's tying on some salmon roe here. Basically, again, all about scent. We're gonna send these down to the bottom. Hopefully it doesn't take too long of a wait to hook up.
What may look bizarre to us is just what the sturgeon ordered. If there's a monster fish down there, this will find it.
Oh! We're on. Well, that's a good fish, man!
On the Fraser River, Fred is on the hunt for monster sturgeon. And a world away, Australian angler Al McGlashan is after enormous swordfish.
When it comes to baits, most people are running squid. But the one thing that's critical is you've got to stitch these baits up. When a swordfish comes in and starts belting around with that razor-sharp bill, if your bait's not stitched up, he'll either smash it to pieces or he'll get it tangled up, or even worse, he'll knock the hook over it and embed it back into the bait so you got no chance. Drop it. One more little squiddy.
For swordfish, you drop your bait into darkness, 6 football fields deep.
Now, we know swordfish, they're still basically sight hunters. So by using flashing lights, strobes, any light will help attract those fish. So the more light down there, the more you're going to get a bite.
With a bait almost at the seafloor, the amount of line to reel back in can be daunting, especially with a monster attached.
And we're on the bottom.
On the other water, above the bedrock of an ancient era, Fred is waiting. While down under, Al is waiting for a sign from the sea's lightless floor.
Come on. Come on. Is that moment where you're just sitting there waiting to feel if there's anything on there, you know? 1,800 feet away and it could be swimming up, you don't know. And it's so hard to tell. The fact that it's knocked the weight off, that is a good sign. Oh!
There he goes, I felt it there.
Gotcha.
Yep.
We're on, we're on, we're on.
I think this guy might be getting himself up to that current. You know what, Nick, he's staying here for now. At least we're ready to get off the bank and chase him if we need to.
Steady load on it now. Still lining, but start to feel a bit more load coming through there now.
Okay, got a bit lucky. This guy was heading down current and didn't quite get himself into the fast-moving water. Let's stop before he got in there. Coming up. Let's actually give you a little bit of a preview. Any luck, we can stay right here on the shore and land them right here.
Nice angle on there. Starting to come up.
Some fish feel like a bronco you're trying to break. Imagine a monster swordfish 1,600 feet deep, and it's barely started to work. For a fish from prehistory, a sturgeon fights as if it was born yesterday.
That is a big boy.
Oh! That's a good fish, man!
That is a big boy. A really neat thing about this microchip tagging system is that if this fish gets caught again in the future, it's as simple as just putting that scanner over the fish and it'll immediately pick up all the data inside of that tag. Really an ingenious kind of system. It's nice to see that so many different fisheries in different parts of the world are now turning over to the catch and release side of things just to make sure that these fish are here for generations to catch beyond us.
This one fish may not live 250 million years, but Fred is helping to make sure this species lives on. Meanwhile, down under, Al's trying to prove swordfish exist at all.
No, it's not.
It's not a sword, it's not a sword.
Look at the size of that. Holy moly. That is one mean mother from the deep. Now, it wasn't quite the monster fish we wanted, but I tell you what, we caught a sea monster. This is a ling, and I think it's one of the biggest ling I've ever seen in my life.
It may be big, but it's definitely been hit by an ugly stick.
This is a sword.
That is a big girl.
There he is, there he is. That's a fish! Definitely got yourself a sword, buddy.
That's a big fish, Brad.
Yeah, he is. He's digging deep in this hole.
Well, that's a good fish, man!
In water a third of a mile deep off southern Australia and a roaring British Columbia river, two anglers are seeking two of the largest, most iconic fish that swim.
Holy cow, I've lost like half the spool. He's 1,000 foot back down there again.
The bite was a classic sword bite. Can't get any better than that. Judging by what's going on with that rod, I'd say it's a decent one too, mate.
If he gets us into this current, we've got those rapids right behind us. We're gonna have to try to keep him out of.
Look at that!
He's big, Fred. He's huge.
Yeah, he is.
So the wine on lead is 150 feet. So we've got that on the reel. And then we get the light. Now the light's only about 100 feet from the fish. Snap the light off.
He's sturgeon. No joke.
Suddenly this fish starts growing bigger and bigger.
Just go forward very slow. Whoa! It's a good sword!
Nick's landed the boat right up on the shore here. We're gonna try to get him alongside and off to the beach and try to land him.
Got him! That's a good fish, man. Look at that.
Well, Nick, you said you'd put us on him, and
There he is.
you definitely put us on him. Hey, what a piece.
That was a seriously tough fight.
Trying to bring it in the boat.
Couldn't move it. So we had to get the block and tackle out, and finally got it in.
Amazing.
Very healthy fish.
He is, and you got a tag in him?
Yep, we put a tag in, now he's in the system. It's cool to see fish this old, which is a 70-year-old fish.
That thing, quite literally, is twice my age.
This is my biggest swordfish ever. This is going to feed my family for month to month. We want a monster fish, we've got a monster fish.
Well, Nick, you promised me monster fish, and no, that right there, monster fish.
That's why we do what we do. We love it. It's inside us, you know?
No one ever has to guess what kind of monsters sturgeon and swordfish are.